So everybody, you have to be very quiet. Happy is sleeping. I could do with a shave, huh? Anyway, what's up, everybody? It's your boy H to the Z, back once again, another Hayvering. You know what? I've started recording this video twice. I made such a mess of it the first time. I abandoned it, made dinner, and came back, and I still haven't cleaned up all this shit on my floor. But we still have the ref. That's good. Anyway, what's up? We got the SWC group stage qualifiers starting tomorrow, Thursday the 4th of January, 2024, baby. Happy New Year! Happy New Year! Happy New Year! Happy New Year! Another one in the books, huh? Made it. We made it. You made it. I made it. Great job out there. Great job out there, soldier. And may this one be another great one. Enough of that péché. Let's talk about Smite. So, they have eventually, I think, gotten things to be not a mess in this broadcast. We might be better just talking about it from here. But yeah, this is the schedule. We're starting off with there's two groups. Okay, let's start from the start here. There are two groups. There's no crossplay between the groups. 4 teams have already qualified for SWC. If you don't know, it is the Styx Ferrymen, Atlantis Leviathans, Oni Warriors, and the Jade Dragons have already qualified. And actually, the Jade Dragons having qualified is the reason I can't do Dry January this year, because I'm not watching that team Siege without at least 3 pints in me. But anyway, the remaining 4 SPL teams, so that's the Glads, the Hounds, the Kings, and the Ravens, will be going up against the 4 SCC teams that have qualified. If you don't know the SCC rosters, we'll go through them when we get through the groups. But you know what, we'll just do it now. So the Storm, that is Tegveer Solo, Rat Milk Jungle, Globe Mid, Happen Support, and Shinigami ADC. Hex Mambo, a slightly different roster than the one that was made it to Worlds last year. This one is Julio, Johnny, Rapio, Kha'Zix, and Spudio. Everyone in the normal role there, apart from Rapio, who has moved to mid to play for this team. And then on the other side, in the other group, you've got the Solar Scarabs, which is the EU second seed. I should have said before that the Storm are NA second seed, Mambo are EU first seed. Scarabs, EU second seed. That's Deathwalker Solo, April Jungle, April, if you want to say it how it's spelled, but it's April. Zero's mid, I Silence support, E-Chrome ADC. I Silenced has not dodged LAN. He did miss his flight, but he's apparently on another flight. He's made it. Who could have seen it coming? He's done it. Finally. Thank God. I'm looking forward to watching him. And then the Cowlin Wardens, which is Downley Solo / Jungle, Nog mid. I think it might be Gon. I think it might be his name backwards and his name's Gon. I don't know. People call him Gon sometimes. Elion, Support, and Tuba. Tubes. ADC. And the other rosters, if you don't know them, Ravens, that's going to be Haddix, Scream, Venedu, Hurrowwind, and Zatman. Gladiators, that's Kona, Kirmi, it's Kona, Kirmi, Jangaru. I remembered eventually. I couldn't remember Jangaru's name for a second there. And then the support is Jake, and the ADC is Snoopy. Snoopy moving from mid to ADC for that team. I'm so well prepared. Kings, that's Variety, Twig, Big Man Tings, what's his name? Quig, and Hardcore. And the Hounds, that's Ducky, Oath, Benny, Neilma, and Stuart. Okay. So those are the teams. The groups, as you can see, we've got Raven, Storm, Glads, Mambo in Group A. Have they swapped these around? I think they swapped match 1 to match 3 from how it used to look. So yeah, you're going to see, because I pulled this up before, and the matches are swapped. Yeah, they've swapped the matches. Whatever, man. Yeah, last time I recorded this, I tried to do predictions and totally messed it up. This time, I'm going to try to do predictions and hopefully not totally mess it up. In terms of interesting notes from the groups, I think, you know what, let's just go through it group by group. Let's start with Group A. In terms of format, it is, what have I pulled up here? Don't worry about that. It's my other monitor. In terms of format, best of 3, best of 3, best of 3, best of 5, best of 5. If that makes sense. So all non-qualification matches are best of 3. We get 3 best of 3s on Thursday, another one on Friday, and then the 2 losers match bracket best of 3s on Friday also. And then Saturday we get winners bracket finals, and Sunday we get winners bracket semi, as I guess it would be. We get this match on both brackets on Saturday, and then on Sunday we get this match, which is the loser of this match versus the winner of this match. This is not a match. This is just the teams that advance. Okay, and in terms of what happens after that, the SPL teams will pick who they want to face in the quarterfinal of SWC. So Ferryman will pick who they believe to be the weakest team to play in round 1, and then the Leviathans will pick, and then the Warriors will pick, and then the Dragons will be left with whoever's left. So let's do some predictions. This is Group A. Okay. Oh God, it's already, my predictions are already, no, don't worry about it. You didn't see that. So best of 3, Glads versus Mambo. I have Mambo winning that 2-1. So I'll move them over. We'll try this. Let's see if we can. This is gonna be. Let's just pretend that they're match 1. They're actually match 3, but same difference really. And can we 2? It's gonna look a bit of a mess. You know what? Maybe. Nah, I'm not gonna. I'm not risking any more changes. 2-1. Okay. I think that Glads will actually play pretty well here, but Mambo will just have slight edge on them come late game. I think the Mambo are a better late game team than the Glads, and I think that if the Glads are going to win, they're going to run them over early game. It'll be really interesting to see. This will be probably, we'll see this in match 3, but I think this will be a really interesting clash of metas as well, because we'll obviously have the 2 EU SEC teams will have been scrimming each other. They'll have come up with their own idea, their own takes, their own preferences in the meta, whereas NA, I think, will be much more... NASEC will probably be scrimming NASBL. Although I did speak to Spud, and I think... Spuddio, that's the ADC for Mem, and I think they did have a few scrims against NASBL. But anyway, I think the EU style will come through. And Ravens, I think, will 2-0 Storm. I'm actually really high on Ravens for this tournament. I think they are excellent at this level. I think that them and the oh God, I should have copied the Ravens over first. Them and I should have copied the that's fine. You know what? It's actually not fine. But we'll just pretend it's fine. Everyone just say it's fine. We'll just not copy the end of the Glads bit, that works. And that's loser of match 1. I'm so well prepared here. Probably is some software or something I could use for this, but instead we're using Paint 3D, the most advanced of programs. What was I saying? Yeah, I think I'm very high on the Ravens in this tournament. You'll hear me say similar things about the Hounds probably, but less so. I think old Hounds were definitely a team that would dominate lower end opposition. I think current Hound still has a few players that will dominate lower end opposition. I think Benny, Q, and Oath are very, very good when they're playing against people they perceive as worse than them. And I think that the Ravens as a whole team are very, very good at that stuff. I think that Scream and Haddix, especially on that team, I think that Haddix is the best player on that team. I think he's really fucking good, and I think he's really, really good at dominating and pulling his team over the line against so-called lower-end teams. I feel like that's been the case with the Ravens this phase. I don't actually have the data to back it up, but I feel like that's a team that has, you know, dominated against bottom-end opponents, and probably, you know, when they come up against teams like the Leviathans and the Ferrymen, probably got a little bit crushed. But I really like them against lower-end opposition, so I actually have them doing well in this tournament. Do I have them beating... Well, next up we'll have this semi-final. Yeah, okay, I've got this right this time. Last time I had this as a best of 5 when I scrapped the recording. Glads versus Storm. I'm giving this 2-0 to the Glads. They are a team that can definitely melt under the pressure. I think, sorry, Kierme, but I think that we've seen Kierme struggle a little bit under pressure. He's looked really sick on both the Valks and the Glads when they're doing poorly, but when it comes to a point where it's like do or die, and I think previously he stumbled a little bit. Do I think he's going to do that here? No, I've got him winning 2-0. I think that the Glads will I think that the Storm are probably the weakest team in the tournament, to be honest. Sorry, Rat Milk enjoyers. We're all Rat Milk enjoyers, really, but yeah, I don't know. I'm just not a big believer of the Storm, I'm afraid. I just think they're a little outclassed by teams like the Glads. But we'll see. You never know. Could come in with an interesting meta. Could get some good picks and bans. Could just be the Gilded Glads collapse. But I don't think they will. Mambo versus the Ravens. I'm giving this one to the Ravens 2-0. I think that they are capable of running over Mambo with probably early pressure, and just doing it to them. We'll see. I think we could see things like Van on Zeus or Pos running the map. We could see Scream do some great stuff up against Johnny. Haddix versus Julio is actually a super fun solo lane matchup. God damn, that could be a 6 set. It's also a best of 5, so I'm gonna change my idea to 3-1. 3-1. We're not sweeping. So Mambo obviously take game 3. You know what? Give me a 3-2. Mambo go 2-0 down, bring it all the way back to 3-2. Bam. They lose to the Ravens, and then they get 3-0'd by the Glads in the final. No. I think that Mambo then take the final. Ooh, 3. Give me I'll copy from over here because the other one's a bit of a mess. What am I giving the Glads here? Am I giving them a game? Am I giving them 2? I'm giving them a game again. Give me a 3-1. And then okay. And then I can grab Mambo. Put them up here. They're winner of match 9. And grab Ravens. Put them through undefeated. They are favorite. I think these two teams will be most people's favorites in this group. I think that the Glads are more likely to qualify than they're likely going to get credit for. I think that they will have been practicing really hard. They're definitely a team that cares a lot. And I think that will show. And I could see them definitely qualifying over the Mambo. I could see them beating Mambo round 1 even. I doubt they'll beat Ravens. I could see them beating Mambo twice. And I don't give the Storm. Sorry, Storm fans. I just don't give them much of a shot. Maybe I'm too EU pilled. But yeah. Let's move on. I got Ravens and Mambo qualifying out of that group. And then in the other group, Hounds versus Wardens to start us off. I'm going to move the Hounds over. I think that the Hounds are just like, I don't know. They're just a better version of the Wardens, pretty much. Well, we'll see. I think the Hounds are just better than the Wardens pretty much across the board. Mid is going to be interesting because I'm a big Nog fan. But I don't know. I think that it'll be interesting to see if Slash has a bigger god pool as well. You would expect him to. And Elion as well. We'll see if he gets forced off of his Maui and Afro picks. We didn't see that much out of those two guys, but I did feel like when Slash finally got off the Thanatos and onto the Daji, he looked fantastic. Kings versus Scarabs. Oh, I should put in my score prediction first. 2-0. Oh, we've gone to... We don't want to be black text. White 2. There we go. We're back. I don't know how that changed. 2-0. Kings versus Scarabs. This is a cracking. I think this matchup and the Glads matchup are both absolute crackers. I think the reason that this is a good matchup, more than anything else, is I think this is a bad matchup for the Kings. Scarabs are a team who are criminal, in my opinion, in the early game, because both Deathwalker and Zeros just don't do anything. They don't do anything until like 15, 20 minutes. They were better for it in the tournament. Regular season, they were so bad for this. But the Kings, they don't really know how to win games early. I don't really think they're good at it. What they're good at is playing around objectives. What's gonna matter here is whether Captain Twig and Variety are the same Captain and Twig and variety we've had all year, i.e. dog shit, or if they're back. They won Worlds last year. Don't forget about it. They both played great. They've had, you know, they're tenured players. They know how to play when there's pressure on the line. In fact, they've both been pretty good under pressure over the years. I'm sure some people would say Twig's had some bad Worlds Finals performances, but yeah. You got to go a long way to get to that point, right? But yeah, who have I got winning this? That's a good question. I haven't really thought about it. I'm going to give this to the Kings 2-1. A great set, I think. I think this could be a really good set. Could go either way. I got the Kings taking it. I'm really interested to see what the Scarabs bring, though. I think Jake, their support Ice Silence, was very good at this little invade meta that EU had going during the playoffs. So I'm excited to see if they have any other interesting starts they wanna throw our way. But yeah, I got the Kings 2-1. Text. I gotta click here. This is unparalleled production value, by the way. You should all like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell right now. Then we go to Wardens versus Scarabs. Ooh, do I have... I'm going to give the Wardens a game. I'm giving the Wardens a game. I think the Scarabs could, like, outdraft themselves and lose one. I do just generally think EU's better than NA. At SCC level, I'm afraid. NA folks. But yeah, I got the Scarabs beating the Wardens 2-1. I would enjoy seeing some, like... Could we see some trash talk there? Maybe. I don't know. Deathwalker loves a bit of trash talk. He'll definitely trash talk the Kings if he gets an interview, which I'm already excited for. And then we got Kings versus Hounds. This is going to be a best of 5. I'm going to give this one to the... I think this is not a good matchup for the Hounds, actually. So Kings scrape through. Kings get it. 3-1. 3-1 to the Kings. And then... Did I copy the Scarabs last? I did. That's epic. Winner of match 6 versus the Hounds. So we get a different matchup in the losers bracket final, which is good. Hope that we get that. And who wins it? Who wins it, chat? The Scarabs win 3-2. A barn burner. Nah, no way. No, we don't get 2 EU again. I've changed mine. 3-2 to the Hounds. Immediate take back. I think it's tight, though. I think it's tight. Surely we can't have 2 EU SCC teams qualify to Worlds 2 years in a row. That would just be crazy. That would just be silly. We got the Hounds. And the Kings. I think quite a lot of people will predict the Kings not to qualify. I wouldn't say I'm, like, super confident that they will. I think if they can get past the Scarabs, they will. If they lose to the Scarabs, then they won't. Like round 1. You know, I don't think the Kings are going to come through an epic losers bracket run. I think if the Kings qualify, it'll be through winning 2 games in a row. I think if they fall down at any point, I wonder if they get in their own heads. But yeah, that's the way I see it. Is Raffled still asleep behind me? He is. What a good boy. What a good boy. Anyway, fantastic stuff. That's my predictions. I've got Kings, Hounds, and Mambo Ravens qualifying out. Ravens are the team I would say I'm the most confident about qualifying. The other SPL teams, not so much. I don't know how well they're all going to play. It's been so long since we've seen them play that undoubtedly I'm going to be a little biased towards the SCC teams. I'm going to forget how big the gap is. But last year we got 2 SCC teams qualifying. This year I'm predicting 1. We shall see. I'm excited to watch it. Starts off tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. UK time, 5 p.m. Central European time, 6 p.m. like Romanian time. I think that's all I've got in the locker. What else have I got? Pacific time? I'm going to say that's going to be 9 a.m. West Coast US. Oh, is it? Actually, no. I think it's an 8 a.m. West Coast US. I apologize. West Coast US, 8 a.m. You better be up early. It's going to be fun. I'm really excited for it. Hopefully, I'll be there on time tomorrow. I am working. I was the only person working today. So if I'm the only person working tomorrow, I'll just make up the hours and finish a little early so I can stream it at 4 my time. But yeah, this has been a bit of a long one. Rafi slept through the whole thing. Beautiful stuff. I hope you slept through the whole thing as well. I hope you had a great new year, and I hope you are there for the tournament tomorrow. And I will see you then. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you later.